Krishna sir, not many people have witnessed a same domain for more than 2 decades. You are one of it. And now my question is about in past 20 years, the way how the company's work has changed, the way how customers have demanded more options have changed, and options, I will say payment instruments have also changed. And you are the Sanjay of Mahabharat as well, who has witnessed throughout this continuous evaluation journey. So, in this evolution, what I want to learn from you is what are those changes that companies have made, the customers have started seeing, as well as the instruments which have evolved.
Sure, sure. So basically, it was very organic kind of growth historically, as you said, 20 years. Earlier, it was started with swipe transactions, only magnetic swipe. And over the period of time, it was organic growth. Now it is more of inorganic parallel growth happening because there is no one way of doing payments anymore, as you said. Multiple ways are being evolved. So in 2003, 4, there was electronic cards, which are EMV cards, Euro Master Visa, which are chip cards with PIN. So that was a drastic technology change, which was liability shift from the acquirers to the consumers. So in multiple regions. So that was one key event in the payment journey. Then there were contactless, which was very useful during the pandemic because it was just a tap and go type of transactions. E-commerce is another path-breaking phenomenon happened in around 2007 to 2009. Majority of the countries in India were adopted it around 2009. E-commerce changed the whole demography of how we do the purchase anymore. So those are multiple ways that it continued to evolve. Now even QR code you can buy online using QR code payments. So this evolution is so parallel. It is not organic. It is not a single linear growth anymore. It is so much haphazardous, plus it needs to be so rapid. So earlier project used to be over a period of 2 years. Now we cannot afford to have 2-year project. It has to be a 2 months, 4 months, 6 months maximum. So the project life cycle has been changed drastically, and you have to be incremental. So you have to show the progress. So if you want to support e-commerce transaction, you have to do it on the day 1. Then QR code over e-commerce, you have to do day 2. Net banking added day 3. So you have to show incremental progress. So it's not a big bang approach anymore. It has to be a small increments every sprint as we go through. So evolution has been phenomenal. Now, even as company Verifone, we are into the cryptocurrency payments as well, which has been an interesting journey, and that is also challenge. So it's also uncharted territory. So you could not predict. So typically, when we say about marrying it with Agile, we could, based on the experience, we could give the velocity, but with the new technology and this new ways of payments, these are uncharted territories. We cannot always predict velocity. You have to first learn, understand, and there is a lot to learn in FinTech, because to be frank, FinTech is the most impactful industry today as far as global technology or global world is concerned, because of all the financial inclusion mechanism globally for poor countries, developing countries. So it is one of the most widely used or widely impacted industry, FinTech. So evolution is great. At the same time, the overall way of business has changed. Yeah.
So, Krishna sir, I remember, we discussed this and you mentioned a very interesting term and said that maybe, we shouldn't even be calling this FinTech. This is TechFin industry now.
Yeah. Because... So that's interesting because it's two approaches there. So if a technology giant like Google comes into a financial domain and starts providing financial solution, it's called more TechFin. So it's a technology company driving financial solutions. But within the financial organizations, financial institutions, if they adopt technology and come up with newer solutions, it's more FinTech.
Yeah.
So it's the how it is applied. But now it's all comes under FinTech domain. Although TechFin is something that it started with, where big techs wanted to fill the gaps. So say it started with Google Pays in India, which became Google Pay now, but Google Pay started, Paytm started in India. Those were like Paytm started as a financial solution company, but say Google offering a Pays solution or disparate solutions globally, that was more technology company trying to solve regional problems. So that was more of a TechFin application. But now financial standards and financial requirements are itself so big that it comes under all FinTech domain.
Sure.